All right, future me, digital me. Let me see. Wee pee pee. All right. Company that I have is, I have stuff written down here, so let me see if it works. What I have written down is thus far. It is a co-creative, collaborative company investing in the local community and surrounding small towns and townships and counties, in which all employees share equal earnings and risks costs. Well, that was kind of not entirely, that wasn't the final thing. That was just me kind of at the beginning trying to mentally lay it out and write it down so I had some kind of thought about what I wanted to do. And maybe one day evolve it into, definitely at the beginning, we're not everyone is sharing the risks and costs. It's just me. Having all the risk, and the cost is just on me. At the beginning, at the early and medium stage, for damn sure. But it is a co-creative thing where everybody works together pretty, as equally as you can get. And I want to start out with what it is, a YouTube channel with everybody working under the same channel umbrella as much as possible, doing what they are good at, making videos on subjects that they feel that each individual can make an interesting, eye-catching video on. And as more people join the crew or company, basically, we can interact and work collectively on each other's projects and help. And also the kind of key point of this is teach each other what each individual person's skills would have as they would come into the company with. So I wouldn't need to scout out and hire someone with basically a degree in anything, or how to put it. I wouldn't need to worry about that necessarily. I wouldn't need to go out and put something on ZipRecruiter, for instance, or worry about needing to get so-and-so. They would just hire someone, and you have skills in this, fine, I don't care. Just come on and do this. And we would just aggregate people, and just by kind of sheer force, eventually we have a skill set. And 5, 10 people later, we'd be able to do project blah and make a video on it. So a person may have an idea that, well, I want to do this, but the company wouldn't have the skill set to do it, so we just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't bother going out and seeking somebody with the knowledge to do it and hire them pretty much ever. We would just wait until we had the people with the skills to do it. Now, most of the time that would work, unless it's something that's maybe highly skilled, very technical. I don't know what a good example of that might be, because in this increasingly displaced economy, even someone like a plumber or a carpenter or something like that may be looking for a job and not be able to get it, or someone that is a handyman and not be able to get handyman jobs might actually have a decent amount of experience with being a plumber, an electrician, a carpenter, and even though they may not technically be in the tradesmen and have all those skills, may be good enough to do some projects, maybe not high-level projects, but some kind of, I guess the level that they call it might be journeyman level projects. They may have enough skills in certain areas to do that, and they would then be able to utilize other people in the company to assist and then essentially teach certain people how to do certain things. And their skill sets would, of course, be passed on. And, until then, everybody could learn stuff like video editing or something. And then that would be something that maybe the handyman would be able to learn as things go on. Be able to learn video editing, because possibly the handyman had never done video editing before. Because he never had to do it. So we could show him that, and then there you go. Handyman might learn and then know how to do a little bit of video editing and stuff. There you go. Now the handyman knows something that he didn't know before. And everybody benefits, not just from the income, but they also learn skills. So there you are. That's kind of a general overview of the company. It's essentially combining an income with an education. So instead of paying for college, you get paid to go to college, and there you are. and you don't get the higher level education really. You get lower-ish level skills, but you get paid instead of paying. And then eventually the company will get big enough where we might be able to attract, instead of lower level people, medium level people, because personally I want to take it to the point where the company will be able to offer benefits that are better, not just health benefits, which at the beginning it's going to be just interns, and then at some point we'll be paid. Well, everybody will be paid, and then everybody will get, some kind of health benefits. It'll probably be crappy at first, but minimal health benefits. But then once we have an actual off-site place to do stuff, we'll have things like, because one of the kinds of videos I want to do is product testing. We'll have things like product testing a washer and dryer, and then everybody will be able to wash their clothes at the company instead of having to go somewhere else to wash their clothes and pay to wash their clothes. You'll be able to come to the building and wash your own clothes after we do the product testing. And you can expand that kind of mechanism outwards. And that's kind of one of the benefits of the company. And of course, you can have, company sponsored outings like, weekend things where people bring their kids and stuff, and we expense the company thing with, food and stuff. We just expense that. So you get free food. And it's not just for holidays, it's just for whatever. And we expense it and we make videos of it and put that up, and there you go. Maybe the video doesn't really get a lot of views, but it's just because, whatever. And maybe the carpenter would make some benches before it happened. Hey, here's a make a bench video. You don't know. You don't know what's happening. You just do stuff, and there you are. And you have a person that does decorations in there. Here's some decorations for this week's blah, blah, blah. And yeah, there you are. We're going to have a get-together, and here's the centerpieces for it. And see, there you are. It's another video it's another excuse to do a video for something that we're going to expense at the get-together. It's just all this, we're just making stuff up so that people can live their lives, kind of thing. And that's what the video, that's what the company is. The company is just a sort of BS reason to allow people to live their lives essentially free, and then their payment, their income is on top of that for their slush fund. And there you are. That is what it is. Because, you know why? Because our current government sucks, and we have Trump and the Republicans squeezing everybody for every last dime they have. So since we don't have a society that takes care of people, I created the idea of a company that takes care of its employees as much as possible. It's like a socialist company that does everything that capitalism should, and it masks everything as a corporation. It just expenses everything and tries to build an income off of that. So there you are. That is the goal of the company. And, like every other YouTube channel, here's the merch. There's somebody's job to do that. And so everybody makes a living off of doing all of that garbage. And yeah, there you are. And just keep taking those kinds of ideas and just keep expanding on that general philosophy. And all the YouTube videos would have would be run on the general AdSense thing. And hopefully people would be bringing much more innovative ideas to the channel and the company that I have, because I only have what I have to bring to it. So more and more people in this kind of beginning foundation would greatly help. So yeah, I don't really know what else to say. That is a pretty good summation. That is zero earning potential. Like everything, like every video I make, tax the rich, boobs.